For many students, going to college is a time to find themselves. They're often unsure just what to do with their lives right out of high school. Our next story is about a man who has had the time to find and develop a talent he didn't know he had.
It's Western night at El Dorado's South Arkansas Arts Center. Patrons are gathering to view 3 new exhibits, including current works by Eugene Perry.
Oh, I didn't realize he'd done so many.
This is Perry's first one-man show, and he's nervous about public reaction.
Now, this is a remarkably precise reconstruction.
But Perry could not attend the premiere showing of his art. Several days later, he watched a video of the opening from Tucker Prison, where he is an inmate on death row. Perry was sentenced to die in 1981 after being found guilty of killing 2 people in a jewelry store robbery. As a young man, Perry had no interest in art. Then one day, after 3 years in prison, Perry began decorating cards sent home to his mother.
It's the need, really, that got me involved in it, I think, because being a prisoner, you feel like you're not needed. You feel worthless, really. So being able to do something for somebody, well, that makes you feel good here.
Encouraged, Perry began drawing with colored pencils. Soon he discovered art gave him more than just compliments.
I could take the white paper, say for instance, and it represented all of the white clothes that we have to wear, the white walls, white tile, white everything. And to be able to just obliterate that and create something beautiful, just whatever you wanted, make your world be whatever it wanted to, and that was an act of liberation. The final thing to me now is being able to disconnect from the physical world that's around me and being able to just become so engrossed in what I'm doing that nothing else exists except just the picture that's in my mind and the picture that's on this canvas.
Correction officials support Perry's use of art to escape prison's harsh realities. Spokesman David White sees the benefits.
We encourage inmates to get involved in productive activities. It simply helps pass the time. We also find it to be a vent, and they're not as likely to be involved in violence toward each other, in abusive behavior or violence toward the staff. And being involved in any other illegal activity within the department.
There was something about the death sentence. There I was in a cell, and I realized that I had hit the bottom, and there was really no way to go but up. When I first handled a brush, it was just like I had met an old friend. I guess I started painting wildlife mostly because I needed to be there. That was the main thing. I just wanted to be out in the woods. I just wanted to hear the squirrels play, hear the crickets sing and all this sort of stuff. So I just painted and I was there. To get on into the real details of the painting is really, to me, what art is to be able to make something so realistic that you can't tell whether it's real or not. And when I get to be able to do that, then I will feel better about myself, because that's what my job is. That's what I'm supposed to do while I'm here.
Got Mr. Barger.
Thank you.
Artist George Villegas travels from El Dorado each month to help Perry develop his talent. Villegas brings both supplies and support. When Villegas was asked to work with a death row inmate, he agreed with one condition. He did not want to know why Perry was sentenced to die.
In the very beginning, I really did prefer not to know whatever he did, because whatever he did, he was a different man. He was somebody who was trying to be an artist, and that was enough for me. Oh, he's in the second one. Hey, man, how are you? How you been doing?
Fine, how are you doing?
Fine. It's nice to see you. When I first met him, I had this feeling of somebody very talented, extremely talented, pushing to come up and to blossom into something bigger. I want you to take a look and see how he works with only one idea. The assignments I give him sometimes range from the technical to the philosophical.
I like The Spirit of Ramses. That was one of my favorite ones. It is a drama of life and death, specifically that of reincarnation.
Life and death meet in another work by Perry, a model of the electric chair.
I see it as a judgment seat. I think that the public should look at that and say that was the judgment that was passed on him 10 years ago. And then look at the 55 beautiful paintings, which represents only a small portion of the work that I have done in the 7 years, and compare the two. And you can see that people do grow, people do change.
Perry creates all his work from his 7 by 10 foot cell. Borrowed material and 100 hours of labor yielded this model of his room on death row.
I begin every day at 4 o'clock. They serve breakfast at 4, and I eat, I do hatha yoga exercise, and I do meditations, and it gets me centered up for the day. And when the sun comes up, between 7 to 7:30, whatever time of the year that it is, I try to have every single thing done that I can have done, so that the rest of my day, all of the daylight hours, can be spent painting.
A narrow window next to Perry's cardboard easel provides natural lighting. A rolled mattress and blankets serve as his chair.
Hi, I'm very happy you came to see my exhibit. That's precious. I like curious people. Yeah, now that's him. Always the fun lover and always the pranker and.
He always tried to surprise you with something.
Always,
after.
always.
Barbara Thomas, a friend of Perry's for 20 years, sees changes in Eugene since he began painting.
You can see such peace in his eyes. It's just perfect peace there, and it's just wild to me. I love it. He's just content. That's the only thing I know to say, and it's only since the painting.
I don't know whether my life will be spared. I don't know whether I'll be executed this time next year. If I was to be executed, I would want my paintings to be in the family, or to be among the very closest of friends, and not just scattered out over somebody that didn't value what I was doing and didn't appreciate what I was doing. I was put here to discover what I was and who I was and what my purpose in life was, and I have done that. And there is no time now for nothing else. I mean, I know that I'm racing a clock.